Hi everyone, my name is Jayselle and welcome to my channel. I am a friend of Sean Christie from the Revealing Truth. If you can remember, Sean made a video about me fundraising for my surgery to save my foot. The main purpose of this video is to give you update to what happened to me since the funds were raised. I am forever thankful of the extended help that you have given me, even though that you don't know me. It was just through my friend Sean, through his channel. But I just want to take this opportunity to really say thank you for all your help. Video, I'm gonna share to you what happened since the fundraising was done. Campaign only took 15 hours for the $20,000, which is 1 million pesos here in the Philippines. I just want to give you an idea why Sean had to raise funds for me. I have this lifelong, or shall I say, I have this for 17 years bacterial infection on my foot, and last year I had to go through another surgery, which was my 5th surgery. My insurances were already exhausted and they would no longer approve for my surgery, and at that time the infection has really progressed that I needed to have experts to take care of my foot. I was quoted for the amount of 1 million pesos to go through with the whole process. Initially, the plan was to partially amputate my foot to avoid the spread of the infection, and to do a free flop reconstruction, which is very complex and expensive. So actually, my friend Sean reached out to me because he was convicted to help me. His obedience to the Lord and his love for the Lord and his love for me as a friend, that is why he had to fundraise. Thank you so much for also obeying to what the Lord has told you to do to help me. Right after the fundraising was reached, I went to Manila right away to schedule my surgery. I was scheduled for a partial amputation April 9, 2024. So I went back to Cebu. We flew back together with my family, my husband and the kids, for my surgery. My surgeons wanted to see me in person with my husband. To our surprise, they told me that they have changed their approach on how to deal with the infection. So I was really happy. I believe at that time it was the Lord who told them they didn't need any amputation at the time. They just need to remove the tissues and the skin of my foot and put some antibiotic beads on my foot, good for 2 weeks. And then they closed it when there was no sign of infections, and put a new skin on my foot. So they did skin grafting. They took skin from my thigh and put it on my foot. I stayed in the hospital with my husband for exactly 30 days. My recovery in the hospital was exceptional, and the doctors were impressed of how my wound was healing. When they saw my foot, it was healthy. However, on the 30th day, my husband and I requested for a discharge because our son was rushed to the hospital in Bohol. Since my recovery was good, there were no sign of infections on my foot, my doctors approved my request and on the 30th day, we were discharged and we flew to Bohol. We were able to take care of our son. Then we went home to Cebu. But when we arrived in Cebu, my foot showed some concern, which resulted me to fly to Manila every month starting June until September. I had to fly back and forth to Manila for monitoring. So from June until September, I've been flying back and forth to Manila and Cebu to monitor my foot. Last September 2024, I requested my doctor to do a test, see if there's anything on my foot that would show that the infection is still there, because I could feel something. So the doctor gave me an order for the MRI, and when the MRI result came, it showed that there is an infiltrating mass on my foot. That's why my infectious disease doctor requested for a repeat surgery. From September up to January of this year, I waited for the schedule of my surgery. So I had my repeat surgery last January 25, 2025. Before we flew to Manila with my husband, we both agreed that we won't allow any amputation to happen, because while I was waiting for my schedule for the surgery, messages that my doctor sent me, there is a possibility that they would be considering amputation this time. However, my husband and I, before we flew to Manila, we both agreed that we won't allow any amputation to happen, no matter what the doctor would tell us. Because what I just believed at the time, it was just something, the lump that the MRI showed was just something that they missed to remove from last year's surgery. However, at the end, when we were there in Manila, my husband and I agreed for a partial amputation. I have another video in my channel explaining why I had to agree with the partial amputation. What could have been done last year was finally completed this year. After 9 months from April of last year, that I would be amputated. I was hoping that maybe if I would be amputated, it would take years. I believe that God had given authority to my doctors to perform what needs to be done. I know God had really led me through the right person to take care of me. So within a year, I had 3 surgeries, and since my first surgery, I have been on antibiotics and antifungal medications, which will be completed this year by July. All the expenses, the airfare, to my medication, to my surgery, to the foods that I ate, because I am not eating carbs. I am a low carb advocate, or also a carnivore advocate. The food that I ate came from the funds that was raised. Also with the people that we had to pay to take care of our kids, to the surgeries and everything. So God had really provided everything that I need with this disease. And He may have given me this disease and it's been my thorn in the flesh, but the Lord has been very good to me. The 38th day since my amputation, started to learn walking again. I didn't have any physical therapist or occupational therapist to assist me. By God's grace, on the 40th day, I was able to walk without any crutches, which is really a great testimony. Upon posting this video, I have been walking for at least a week already. Though there is minimal pain on my foot, but I am determined that one day the pain would really go away. The recovery this year is faster than of last year. Last year I was able to walk on the 57th day from the surgery, but this time on the 38th or the 40th day, I am able to walk. I'm amazed as how the Lord has provided my need, not just financially, but emotionally and spiritually. I may have thought that I was ready last year of the amputation, but God is the only one what I could handle at that time. I believe God postponed the amputation last year to teach me some important lessons. For the amputation this year, God was shaping me through the situations that helped me grow, taught me to be a more submissive wife, to stay humble even when I have the right to be angry, to be at peace with others, rise above challenges by humbling myself, and to just fully trust in Him. Praise God for molding me to a person who perseveres in hardship and to do more for the Lord, for the expansion of His kingdom. Again, I'm very thankful for the help that you have extended. I may not be able to pay you back financially, but what I can assure you is that we'll continually serve the Lord and live a life that is glorifying to Him. Currently, my husband and I are leading the youth ministry in our small independent church. The stay in the ward during my surgery with the amputation, the Lord has placed a new ministry in my heart, that is to have hospital evangelism, that is allocating a day in a week to visit patients in the hospital, share the gospel. Again, thank you so much for all the donations that you've given to me, the prayers, the encouragement that you posted through Sean's channel. And rest assured that you just didn't help me financially, but you also helped me to go more with my faith in Jesus Christ. So thank you so much. If you want to know more about me and to see what we will be doing in the future, feel free to subscribe and watch my videos here. Again, thank you so much for all of you who gave, and may God bless you more and more and more.